just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the New York Jets. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From midfield, here's Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Avery Williamson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They run with a rookie from Virginia State, Trenton Cannon. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's Njoku over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The defensive tackle Kyle Williams there for the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. They'll roll him out right. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Here's a give to Crowell. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
They'll run. This is Cannon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Phillip Gaines there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And now out come the Bills. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen going to throw. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And here come the Bills. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Over.
Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Lucky 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Gun! Gun, gun! Over! Gun!
Allen throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They begin with a run by Corral. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run with Cannon. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Darnold now to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Going deep for his tight end. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Star Latulippe. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Jets on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
Here we go now.
They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw, it's Allen. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Bills on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
Gone!
To the air, Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's got it deep. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Cannon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Darnold now on second down. Forced out to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. A first down carry now for Crowell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! 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 Gone!
Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. That is caught at the 7. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up in an offset up, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Crowell with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. David Njoku in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills get a bit closer. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for two. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now a handoff to Crowell. He finds an opening past the 40. Isaiah Crowell, he's all alone. The 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So out now come the Jets. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And some space here.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch you now, Barney.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A first throw for the backup Peterman. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The first throw down for the backup, Nathan Peterman. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. David Njoku, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now they try the right side here. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Corral. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. Jones on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Peterman on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Bills on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Peterman. It's caught. Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
We got three, fellas. Set! Green, 39!
Again, they'll run with Freeman. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the red zone now, here's Peterman on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Peterman to throw, able to get away, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Steve McClendon in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that draws them level. It's 23-23. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Throwing now, Peterman on first down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Back now in Buffalo. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. To To throw is Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Crowell. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Darnold. He's got Curse. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they were the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here's Crowell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Gone!
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Over!
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they work this out past the 25. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Play action. Now Peterman. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Peterman now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Freeman again. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, Peterman. Hard throw, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the run, it's Crowell. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll go on the ground. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's back to throw. And he's got Pete. And he is going to have the 1st down as he gets this up to his own 11. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The Jets on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a desperation throw deep down. It's caught at the 10. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Oh, that's a big pickup right there. That play might have saved them. Now they got to get to the line of scrimmage quick. They've got to spike it.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.